Good afternoon, folks. This is Fred Campos, owner of DFW Website Designers. It is a cold and snowy Thursday, February the 3rd, 2022. This is episode number 315 of your 3 business tips at 3 o'clock in and around 3 minutes. This week, we've been on a series talking about your purpose. Today, we're going to talk about part number 5, why, one of my favorite parts. And we're going to discuss a better world, others, and self-congruency. Business people, when it comes to thinking about why you are in business, why you do what you do, the absolute most important part of your purpose is discussing your why. I discussed this way back in episode number 9 when I first started it out, that your why has to be extremely large and in business, but in regards to your purpose, it is one of the key elements of your purpose. Why in the world are you on planet Earth, right? Well, business tip number 1, I would hope, I would pray that at the core of everything you do, whether you make burgers or whether you mow lawns, that your core would be that you want it to be a better world. There is no greater why than the community effort to make things better in this world, in this planet. Whether you are solving a service like I'm doing with the greatest websites in order to make businesses better, that's part of contributing to a better world. The definition and purpose and cause and thought process of a better world can be stretched to fit just about any small business that you could create. But at the core of it, you, especially the business owner, that should be your first place of thinking about your why purpose. Business tip number 2, that purpose should be others focused. You know, I'm told you can have anything in the world you want as long as you help others achieve theirs, right? Others focused. Every great business is others focused because it is customer focused or client focused. When you and your team are focused on getting their needs met, you are fulfilling your God-given purpose, and that is fulfilling your why. The last thing, business tip number 3, and this I think is great for the reason that we business people do what we do. I mean, we do the lonely work of creating something from nothing, employing other people, and doing what we do day in and day out. Many of us work way, way more than the average work week. Some of us, when we're bootstrapping, work 80, 90, 100 hours. But it's got to be, business tip number 3, self-congruent. You've got to be called to this. This has got to be what you want to do. You got to be the Mozart that feels compelled, that you wouldn't be congruent about yourself unless you were making music. This is what you've got to do to be the very best. Be congruent with yourself. Do what you feel called to do. Now, the most important part about this why is if you don't feel passionate about a better world or others or self-congruency, then I would ask you to think about your why or think about your business. One of those may be out of whack. That's what we're discovering here when we talk about our life purpose. We're covering who, what, when, where, why, how, and sometimes do. And today we've talked about why. Anything I learn, I throw over the fence to you because I want you guys to be awesome and go back to sleep.